Joe, snap out of it. Come on.
Come on, Joe. Serious, man. Come on.
He's been looking like this ever since the change of championships.
I know. Joe, come on. It's reality, man. You gotta accept it.
Here's the thing, Joe. We've had a couple championship changes. And I'm sorry, but Taco is champion. Come on, Joe. Snap out of it.
Hey, Joe. Ooh. Joe.
Joe, you okay?
What happened, man? I just had this. I had a nightmare.
What was your nightmare about?
Became champion. That Taco won the Ultimate Championship against Z.
Joe, brace yourself. That's what happened. Taco is the new Ultimate Champion.
No.
I had Gentry break the news, but I didn't think you'd believe it coming from me.
Yeah.
No. He's not a champion.
We have the footage.
I don't believe it, man.
It was true.
There is no way that overgrown Tijuana sewer rat could ever be a champion here in the OS.
I counted the 1, 2, 3 in the ring.
In your dream, was Gentry the special guest referee?
Okay, you guys are playing mind games with me. I know it. I know that's what's going on. So I'll tell you something right now. There's no way that bum from Mexico could ever be a champion ever here in the OSWA, especially against someone like the Monster Z. There's no way, no chance that could have happened.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll go get Taco and bring him up here and prove it to you, all right? You guys go ahead and do what you do. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Gentry. All right, you guys, we had a great show here. It was our anniversary show. 1 year, Joe, the OSWA has been kicking. Today is November 16th, 2013, and it was our awards night.
Absolutely, BK. There was a reason why that they didn't put me up for all the awards. And the fact is I would have won all of them because I run this show. And I know exactly what's done here in the OSWA, and everybody, including Clint, answers to me.
So, Joe, basically, you would have skewed the results so that you would have won them all. Is that what you're saying?
The fact is, if people would have chosen me, I wouldn't have to skew anything. The point is, I'm the best at everything I do here in the OSWA, and all you ditch diggers out there know that.
Wow. Well, Joe, let's go ahead and start off. You're really endearing yourselves to the fans.
Of course I am. They love me.
First award that we had was Best Manager, and that went to, of all people, Security Shane.
Of course. Except for me, Shane is by far the best manager. He manages the show, the stable of champions. If you manage champions, if you bring champions in your stable, of course you're going to be the manager of the year, or whatever you want to call it.
Joe, you managed one time. It was a dark match. It was a tryout. That's why you're still commentating, okay?
And he won. That's the
Well, Joe, the next we had the best tag team, which went to their favorites, White Trash.
Who cares about them? The Dukes of Haversham. Who cares? All they do is ride around in their wannabe General Lee or whatever they do. But the point is the people voted, and they voted wrong.
Well, Joe, while they were receiving their award, Devlins, they came out, and Clint Ellis took the match because the Devlins were like, hey, if you guys are Tag Team of the Year, then we definitely need to face you and give you guys a shot. And, man, what a great match that was. You know, the match started out ugly. You know,
ugly. They're all hugging and kissing each other. Some big love fest. That's not. Yeah, of course it's ugly. Just like you said, you can't unsee things. I can't unsee them. I've got nightmares all week.
But also, during the match, when goals on the line, the friendships dissipated, and they came out, and all of a sudden, and God decided to get involved.
That's right. You know, it's about time they taught the Devlins a lesson. And you just wait until they come back here for the titles, because you know that they're going to get those titles on their waist, and they ain't ever coming off their waist.
Well, Joe, Goff asked White Trash to step aside, and when he did, they attacked White Trash, giving the victory to White Trash over the Devlins by disqualification. But, you know, the championship didn't change hands.
That's right. That's what happens. CC does all this soft matches. Unless it comes back to bottom.
And, you know, and at the end of the match, you know, CC denied being involved in anything like that, and setting that up with Ink Inc.
Yeah, it's the only way that they could ever try and get a victory.
Wow, Joe. Well, then we had, of course, you know, our next award was the best referee, which went to referee Lee Justice.
Oh, gosh, that guy, he doesn't even know how to count to 3. You know, 1, 2. Then he stops. He doesn't count anymore. You know, that guy to be lucky he even has a job here. You gotta be lucky I'm even paying him minimum wage to work here.
Wow, Joe, that's Mystic Storm came out. He was the recently crowned 24/7 champion, and he faced off against Cody McCauley in their last 2 out of 3 falls tournament.
Absolutely, just as I predicted, Cody McCauley was the victor. What did I tell you? What did I tell you ham and egg eating ditch stickers out there? I told you he was going to win, and I told you. This is someone to just be lucky that he made it to match number 3.
I would be lucky if you'd have a breath mint. But anyways, the special guest referee was Keith Cage, and he was doing a pretty good job. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Keith Cage hits Mystic Storm from behind down in the lower area of the body, and he falls down, and Cody McCauley gets the pin.
Oh, that's a loser's limp, PK. The point is that Keith Cage did his job, and he called it right down the middle.
Well, Joe, then we had a 4-way dance with Brozilla versus Will Caution versus Chad Silva versus Wasabi. It was all of a sudden during the match, this Ninja King comes out. Now, Ninja King and Wasabi, I don't know what kind of history they got, but they definitely don't like each other.
Right, I'm sure it was some big fight like in Karate Kid Part 2 over a girl.
It might have been, but there was no crane technique used to end that movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then during that match, this larger squire comes out, and he attacks Chad Silva again like he did the last time.
That's right.
Then it comes down to a singles match between Brozilla and Will Caution. Brozilla gets the win and claims the corporate championship is going to be coming back home to him.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. We know that the only reason why he won that match was because Will Caution was unfairly, they all just ganged up on him and started beating him up. That's not right. But you know what? He still fought hard through the match, and you just wait.
And Joe, I hate to say it to you, but Will Caution was more like Will Cautious. He was hardly in the ring at the beginning of the match.
Oh, no,
but instead
no,
came
no.
in at the end and was just going to be him and Brozilla.
Yeah, well, I saw he played it smart. But that still doesn't change the fact that they teamed up on him, and that's not right. They're just jealous because he's the future champion here at OSWA.
Well, then 3 more awards came out. We had Most Improved, who was Brozilla. Then we had the Best Support Staff.
Gracious.
You and I were in the running for it, but it went to Robin. She does a lot behind the scenes. And Robin, congratulations on winning that reward.
Absolutely. This might be a raise I might give you because of that, Robin. Keep doing your job just like I told you to.
All right. Well, then of course, we had the biggest meeting, and it went to the track star, Zach Blaine.
Yeah, who cares about that stupid, whatever it was, biggest meanie? What is this? Kindergarten? Whopper Room? Sesame Street? It doesn't matter. He's the best.
That sounds like the lineup on your DVR, Joe.
Well,
anyway,
shut up.
Then we had Inc. versus Rod Bolt and Zach Blaine. Zach Blaine's out there getting his award, and here comes Inc. And they decided they're going to fight because Inc's kind of ticked off because the last time they faced Rod Bolt faked an injury to get out of the match and left Jake Hughes there in the ring.
He didn't fake anything. And I'll tell you something, so what? So Jake Hughes had to fight him alone. Well, too bad. But the point is, tonight was different. Inc., yeah, they're dangerous. Oh, yeah. But, they went up against the show. Nobody goes up against the show and takes it for granted.
And, Joe, I will say this. Rod Bolt and Zach Blaine did hold their own against Inc. better than I thought they would. And I'll give you
more
that.
than that. They won. They won that match.
Well, yeah, they won because the Devlins come out. They start getting involved.
Once again, losers limp.
Well, and while Matt Devlin is taking a beating from Psycho in front of his mother outside the ring, Rod Bolt then comes in with a pair of brass knuckles and hits Goff, basically knocking him out, and then goes for the pin.
So that's your side. So I didn't see any brass knuckles out there. And you know what? If little Miss Devlin can't handle her kid getting beat up, well, then she just needs to get lost.
Well, Joe, you can express that to her the next time we're here at the
I'd be more than happy to.
And then, of course, we had the tag team specialist versus Mr. Hollywood and an unknown partner. And who does he choose? Security Shane.
Yeah, that's right. And guess what? Everybody was surprised. All the jokes about his ham sandwiches and sausages and pizza, whatever you're saying, the point is he went in there and he wreaked havoc.
Well, Joe, Security Shane did go in there, and he did better than I thought he would, to be honest with you.
It's about time you saw it the right way.
Well, anyway, so they're there, and he and Hollywood are partners, and all of a sudden, it's a very physical match, obviously, because, the tag team specialists, they've had enough of Mr. Hollywood and Security Shane in particular.
Well, sure, I'll tell you something. Yeah, and they teamed up on Hollywood. They were giving him an unfair beating, but the point is, Hollywood just kept on dominating.
Well, anyways, it was a good back-and-forth match, and then Security Shane, all of a sudden, he had to take a call. My personal theory on that, Joe, if you really want to know, I think his order from Papa John's, his personal order for 4 large pizzas finally came in, and he had to go meet him at the front door because he just walks out of the arena.
PK, enough of those jokes. The point is, he's
Joe, what else would distract Security Shane?
What would distract
from
him?
the match? What
How about
call?
an important call from Hollywood for Mr. Hollywood.
How about an important call from Domino's saying your pizza is ready?
Oh, you know what? I'm just going to take the higher road as usual, and I'm going to stop this.
Wow, Joe, you're going to take the high road as
You're
usual.
how childish you're being.
Anyway,
right now.
so now, Alpha McFly, he and Jake Hughes do a double team. They take down Mr. Hollywood.
Of course, it took a double team to take down Hollywood because he's just too darn good.
Because the show never does any double teaming.
Never.
And then Jake Hughes does a standing moonsault and pins Mr. Hollywood, your boy.
Yeah, he got lucky. And the point is they won because they double teamed on him. But you take either of them against Hollywood on their own, they would go down like nothing.
Well, Joe, we also had Wrestler of the Year after that, who was Alpha McFly. We also had the most loved, who was Taco.
Oh, spare me.
So while Taco's out there getting his award, Joe, now, Joe, this is the part where I think you start to black out a little bit. So if you have a hard time remembering, let me know and I'll do the recap. So
Yeah,
anyway,
sure. Everybody votes for that overgrown Tijuana sewer rat. Everybody loves Speedy Gonzalez, and he goes out there to get his beloved prize.
Joe, Taco is living the American dream. He comes to this country with nothing,
Oh,
and
give
he
me a
reached
break.
the pinnacle of the OSWA.
Everybody comes here with nothing. They don't start off with nothing. Now I'm a multi-millionaire living in Bel Air.
Okay, a Bel Air trailer, maybe. Anyways, so while he's receiving his award, all of a sudden, here comes out the White Knight, and he speaks to Clint, because he can't speak to the rest of us, so he goes to Clint and goes,
Well, he's
Oh.
too good.
well, all of a sudden, Clint says, hey, the White Knight says, if Taco wants to face Z, he can face him tonight. Z, thinking he's going to get the easy victory, he comes out. And man, it was pretty good. Taco was taking a beating. No doubt about it. But at the very end, Z sets up a chair in the corner. Now, it's a no disqualification match. And Z throws Taco was out of here, gets knocked out by the chair, pins Z for a win.
Now you're just playing mind
And
games.
here we go with Taco.
He's no ultimate champion.
Yes, he is, because I found him. Ladies and gentlemen, your new ultimate champion.
Oh,
Felicidades, Taco! Felicidades!
Don't touch me. I want to get rabies. Gosh.
So Taco, real quick,
Disgusting.
how does it feel
Get
to
outta
be?
here.
How does it feel to be champion?
There's no words to describe. How
Here's
does it
my question. How did you steal that? How did you steal that from the Monster
I
Z?
didn't steal, I win. You take the glasses off and you see.
You give me these cost more than that little teepee you live in Mexico.
So Taco, what is your plan for this?
Man.
For the Ultimate
jeez.
Championship.
You know,
Thieves.
Taco going to celebrate
Oh, bro,
over the weekend with lots and lots of tacos.
Okay.
Joe's not invited.
Okay,
Gary's
bueno.
invited.
Oh,
Mr.
gracias.
Gentry's invited. Everyone's invited.
I don't
but
want
not
to be
Joe.
invited.
Joe's not invited.
Yeah, I don't
And
want to be
then from
invited to
there-
that fiesta.
I don't know.
You be a fighting champion?
Say be fighting champion.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Felicidades,
Thank you very
amigo.
much. Hey.
I'm not going to believe it until you come to the ring wearing that belt and they call you the champion. We'll see then.
Does he need another hug?
I think you might
No! Will you stop touching me?
Hey,
Gosh
well,
dang it, man. I'm gonna
Thank
get
you.
Well,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Joe, I've got one last gift for our fans. Fans, it was great being here tonight. I did take a picture of Joe's expression
What?
when he saw that Taco had won and went kind of
That didn't exist. No, that's a stunt double.
It's the
that
same
didn't
face.
happen. That's
It is
not
the
me.
same face that he was making
That's not me.
when he walked in here.
That is not me, people. That's a stunt double.
We look forward to seeing you on November 30th at our Dollar Show, and then the following week, December 7th, here at the O again. Thank you very much, fans. We look forward to seeing you.